today's episode of Behind the Brick. In today's episode, we'll be going behind these walls to investigate how students really get their grades. Homework, quizzes, and tests are all very common in high school, but how many students actually do their work? In today's episode, we'll be investigating a darker side of schools, cheating. Cheating, it comes in many forms, from simply copying off someone else's test to printing out an essay off the internet. To find out more about how students cheat and what teachers do to prevent it, I interviewed some people around the school. I have an anonymous student with me today, and he's going to talk about some methods he's used to cheat on tests and other papers. First of all, have you cheated before on a test?
Yeah, I've cheated once.
What are some of the methods you've used?
There's methods range with the teacher, depending on the teacher moves around a lot, or the teacher just kind of sits in their desk, looks in their computer. But some of the easier methods are just writing on a folder, like maybe a definition I don't know, or just facts that I know are going to be on there, and then put that on the ground. Another is always, if you have a person next to you and they're usually a good friend, you can just kind of ask them a question and they'll usually help you out for the most part. At one point I used to have a clear folder that I would just put the study guide right underneath the clear folder, and then just press down the clear folder and look right through to my study guide.
What are some ways you've noticed teachers trying to prevent cheating with it?
I know a lot of teachers, some like Mrs. Johnston, she'll stand at the back of the room, so you can't really turn your head you couldn't turn your head to look and see if she's looking, and then you couldn't turn your head to look over someone else's paper without being worried that she's looking. And some teachers will make 2 or 3 rounds periodically, during a test, they'll just walk up and down the aisles.
What about different forms? Have you ever noticed teachers using different
Yeah, a lot of teachers, some teachers will have one row do the same one, like an A and B type thing, where one row is A and this row is B, so it's pretty difficult to look over another student's shoulder, turn completely around, so that kind of deters cheating.
What about cell phones? Have you ever yourself use cell phones, or seen anyone else use a cell phone to either contact a friend or just get information on it?
There's really one time in one class where a friend of mine across the room texted me just a question and texted back, but now cell phones, it seems like those are kind of too hard to get out and mess with and do with all that.
Alright. Last thing is plagiarism. Have you ever plagiarized a paper or?
No, I haven't plagiarized paper. I think that's a little too far, because that's 100% someone else's work, and cheating is kind of your work.
A little bit. Alright, thank you.
Yep.
Good job.